Hey, fun and fascinating. Welcome back to your next class. I'm wondering how last week went for you guys. I know it's a whole new thing, and you're kind of at the end of the year. We only have 4 more classes of PACE virtual homeschooling together, and this is where I know it is a stretch because you're being asked to do keyword outlines on your own more. You're doing like big kid stuff. You're combining 2 sources of information, you're fusing it together, and I would just like to recognize it's big stuff. So I'm cheering you on from here. And again, I know I've said this repeatedly, and it's what I would want somebody to tell my children. This is invaluable because you're going to take what you're learning to do right here and you are going to take it onward. And it's okay if it doesn't all feel natural right now. That's all right. All you're doing is practicing it. And when you, just like an athlete or say a mountain climber, our whole thing this year has kind of been climbing mountains. When you go to climb a mountain, if you went and climbed that mountain, do you know how you'd feel the next day? Sore. You would feel so sore. So, take these off. This is just gonna feel not always exciting. Hopefully you will be excited. Hopefully it'll be really fun. But you know what? Even Andrew Pudewa, the man who helped found these workbooks and this system that you're learning, recognizes writing is not always fun, but it's worthwhile, and it's simply something that you're going to want to get good at and practice. There is 97% of people in the world do not love hard exercise. It's just not fun, but the results are worthwhile. So let's continue on the journey together. All right, I want you to turn in your workbooks today to page 131. We are in lesson 19, and we're going to continue practicing taking notes from 2 sources. This time we're going to be learning about Thomas Edison, and you're also going to learn how to quote your sources correctly. Quick review. I want you to look on your page where it says review and answer, what's wrong with the following sentence? Are you ready? I'm going to read it out loud. You can read along with me. Because he always worked hard to invent things. That's a because clause, and it does give because some information, but a because clause is not a complete sentence. Sorry, I feel like I have these like flying away today. And you need, outside of the because clause, you need a complete thought. So anytime you have a sentence, you need to be able to take that because clause out and still have a complete sentence. For example, because it was a beautiful day outside, they decided to go for a walk. If I remove because it was a beautiful day outside and I'm left with they decided to go for a walk, it's still a complete sentence. So it works. Make sure that's the same in your sentences with because clauses. You have those complete sentences. All right, look in the box under grammar help here on page 131. Quoting people. Words spoken by someone else should be written exactly as they are written in your source. If you are researching in a library book, if you were reading in an online article, and you go to take a sentence or a couple of sentences out and quote them, insert them into your writing, you're going to surround them with quotation marks, and you are going to put exactly what they said so as to properly attribute those words as somebody else's. You should put the quoted words in quotation marks. For example, here we read, Thomas Edison declared, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that don't work. End quote. So remember that as you go, and hopefully in here you'll be using some a quote from one of your sources. Let me look at our checklist real quick, see if that's required. Not required, but encouraged. All right, so remember, if you do that, to make sure you write exactly what it was that you're taking out and putting it in quotation marks. All right, turn the page. Here are our two sources, our two readings, paragraphs of information, and we're going to read them together today. And you're welcome to pause the video. What I'm going to encourage you to do is, after we read through the first one, I'll tell you to pause the video, and you're going to go back and you're going to underline any keywords or put a little star, asterisk, by any fun fact that you found really fascinating or pertinent to Thomas Edison. Ready? Here we go. Page 132, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison gave the world many wonderful devices. He is probably the most prolific inventor in history. He patented over 1,093 inventions and made improvements to many inventions of other people. He is most famous for inventing the electric light bulb, but his personal favorite was the photograph. It recorded sound, phonograph. It recorded sound on a metal cylinder and played it back. Thomas Edison also invented the movie camera. He improved the telephone, the typewriter, and the battery. His inventions changed the world. Good clincher. All right, go ahead and pause the video, go back, and make sure you highlight at least 4 interesting, nope, not 4, at least 5 to 6 interesting facts from that paragraph. All right, you must be done highlighting your first 5 to 6 interesting facts from our first source. Let's move on to source number 2. The Wizard of Menlo Park. Our modern world owes much to the inventions of one man, Thomas Edison. He was able to invent many things because he worked hard and never gave up on an idea. For example, to invent the electric light bulb, he worked day and night for 5 years. Also, when 10,000 experiments with a battery did not work, he said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that don't work." Then he continued his experiments. During his life, Edison patented 1,093 inventions that have improved the lives of people. He was called the Wizard of Menlo Park. All right, go ahead and pause the video to go ahead and highlight your 5 to 6 interesting facts from that source. All right, and you must be back with us having done that and highlighted your 5 to 6 interesting facts from source 2. Turn the page, and we're going to go over what you're going to do next. You are welcome. So you've got your keyword outline here, and I know that your source text is on the page right before it, if I can get there. If you want to ask your teacher to copy this page so that you can have it while you're looking at these, you are welcome to do that. Some students like being able to do that. So this is similar to last week. You are going to do a keyword outline for one source. You are going to do a keyword outline for your next source. This is good practice. And then you're going to put a star by the 5 to 7 most important key facts about Thomas Edison. And then I'd even encourage you to number them. Which order do you feel like they need to be put into? So that you can just simply copy those starred and numbered keyword outlines over here. And you're going to fill them in on your keyword outline, that you're basically taking the 2 separate outlines and you're fusing them together to create your one final draft. Now notice on page 135, if you'd go there with me, at the top for your topic sentence, they have filled in your topic sentence. Thomas Edison changed world. So you can be thinking about that the key facts that you're pulling out and what you're saying about them are about Thomas Edison changing the world and what he did that. You can't go wrong. Both paragraphs were right on that topic. And then don't forget your clincher. And just a reminder do you see that very bottom line? It's in italic letters. Repeat or reflect 2 to 3 keywords from your topic sentence. Most of you remember that weekly here. Just a reminder, make sure you highlight those in your topic and your clincher sentences. You've got 2 to 3 words that are either repeating or they're synonyms, they're reflecting. And your checklist is very similar to the ones before. I would encourage you to read over it before you do your draft. So go ahead and do your keyword outline. But before you do your draft, just come back here and remind yourself what all your teacher is going to be looking for and grading your paper on. It'll help you include it as you write your draft, and that will just save you a little bit more time along the way. So with that, you will have completed lesson 19 in your book. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your teachers at home. Y'all can always contact me if need be. And I'm cheering you on as you practice this really great skill of writing. Have a great week, y'all. Bye for now.